Well, welcome to another bourbon hunt. This time we're a little bit out of our jurisdiction. Where are we? We're in Florida and we're going bourbon hunting. Yeah! So as we're heading back to Cape Canaveral, my brother tells me there's this distillery right around the corner from where we're staying, where he lives. So I get the address from him, and me and Mark, one of my other brothers, heads over there. And sure enough, they're a craft distillery, and they make their own bourbon, make it from scratch. So we end up getting to taste several of their bourbons and to meet their distiller. And in a minute, we're going to go back behind the scenes with them. You'll come into the conversation kind of midways because I had to start up my phone.
The Netherlands. And
That's what Wendy was telling me about. I said I'm familiar with column stills and pot stills, but I stills kind of a new thing.
both a pot still and a column run mode on the still. It's invented by these German and Austrian guys. It's Apple technology. It runs the faceplate. These are fermenters, by the way, you can tell. But I'll turn it on, I'll show you what all of our recipes for everything that we produce is programmed in the still. This is our heads tank. But you see it's starting to download. So it's all electric. It has a very unique cone agitator. It doesn't create a whirlpool in the tank like those,
Right?
motorboat propellers. And that's essential when we're blending the nutrient and the grains all together on a cook for the whiskey. So it's kind of like you won't get a homogeneous blend of your enzyme and all your other goods, but you can see, and we also mash in here. We have a mash program. We go in and we have, let's see, we have a rum setting in there now. And you can see it's all runs on centigrade temperatures. Mm-hmm. So we cook the mash for the sugarcane juice that we use very slowly. 3 hours max. We don't need to go. This is what dehydrated sugarcane juice looks like. We get it in 55-pound bags. It comes out from the South Florida area, and it is liquid, and then we pay a company to dehydrate it. Mm-hmm. And we get it in bags. We usually buy about a ton or so at a time.
Okay.
And the still consistency is the big thing about this. Very consistent. As we go into the settings for the next program, we can go to pot still. Now it is watching the entire process through the probes and sensors that you don't see in the tank.
Right.
And I've got a lot of old timers ask me, say, well, boy, you don't have copper.
Yeah.
Where I come
Where's the
from, you
copper?
can't make whiskey without copper. I go, well, where do you come from? Because you don't need a copper tank, but you do have copper. That column is filled solid with copper cones that look sort of like the Bugle snack food. At each segment, there's a copper waffle. Well, that's real essential to pulling those bad heads off of there, and it actually cleans the ethanol up during the process. So, there's a whole lot of things going on with this, but fermentation is the most important part for us.
Absolutely.
We do everything in here. You can see we're getting ready to run some other stuff, but I'll show you our barrel room.
Oh, cool.
We have a lot of our all of our whiskeys are made in 218 and 219. What we're doing in here now is
Smells good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
we do some finishing here. I have another warehouse. We made quite a bit of whiskey in 218 and 219, like over 90 some odd barrels. We are now experimenting with Grand Marnier cask, Oloroso cask from Portugal, Tawny Port cask from the Douro region in Portugal, and Madeira wine barrels from Spain. So we're going to have a really nice port finished bourbon. We have a lot of different things in here, but pretty much we use the smaller Oloroso sherry cask, and we're having fun with the blending.
Yeah.
And the actually getting different expressions with the spirits. So you guys are from the Atlanta area?
Mike's my brother. He's from
Yeah.
Atlanta. I'm from Virginia. So.
Oh. Yeah, there's a couple of distilleries in Atlanta that have been bought out, though. I think Augusta Distillery or somebody. ASW or something.
Yeah, ASW,
Yeah.
the Fiddler line
Yeah,
is in
yeah,
my
they're
area.
owned by. I have a friend up in Marietta that owns Atlanta Cider Company. And he has the same still I have. He's now making an apple-based vodka.
Wendy was telling me about that.
Apple-based vodka.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And it's like, I don't know, you have to me, the guy's a really good friend of mine.
So as Ron starts talking about his friend, I thought it's appropriate to mute the microphone, but we had a great time. And after we had the little tour, Ron let us take a taste of his new wheated bourbon that's coming out soon.